How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to D&D Trades. Hope everybody's doing well. I had a nice weekend. Our apologies for missing last week's video. We had some issues going on in our personal lives, but we're going to be back at it stronger than ever and come back at you guys with some more videos. The topic for today's video is to hopefully inform you guys about what's been going on with the recent news in the markets and the recent crazy amount of decline that's been going on. So hopefully we can catch you guys up on that and give you some good information about it.
All right, so I'm here to tell you exactly what is going on in the market right now. To make this video as short as possible, I'm going to be briefing each topic I go over, and if there's any words, phrases, or topics in general that I go over and you don't understand, just leave a comment down below asking to elaborate on that subject, and I will make a video on that exact topic. Also, join the Discord. The link is in our bio of the YouTube channel and in the description of this video itself. If it doesn't allow us to post that, then just go to the bio of our channel. Whether it's on this video, whether it's about a stock, crypto, anything about the market in general, just ask us in there, we answer. So this past week and the week before, the market has been absolutely bleeding. We have been seeing a constant downfall of crypto stocks, AI stocks. Many think that we are in a quote-unquote AI bubble. I do not believe that. That is for a separate video if you want me to elaborate on that. So we just ended QT, which is quantitative tightening. It is when the government sells bonds to hold on to cash, which cools inflation. This causes interest rates to go higher, liquidity to be drawn from the market, and consumer spending to go down. And when this liquidity, aka cash, gets withdrawn from the market, that means people are selling. That means the prices are going down. How do we stop this? QE. Quantitative easing. It's the complete opposite. It's when the government buys bonds and pumps money into circulation. They print money, and this happens because they want to boost the economy. They want to cut rates, which is uncertain right now. We were supposed to have a rate cut in December, which is why the market is pulling back right now, because people are very, very scared that we won't have a rate cut and there will be a big pullback. Pullback will continue until we get certainty of a rate cut or some sign of QE starting. Until then, we will see a pullback. This leads us to our main conviction, cryptocurrencies. We're in the big three as we consider XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. Crypto is falling right now, yes, but it falls along with the market. Like I said about the liquidity being pumped into the market, if we don't have money, the prices can't go higher because people can't buy. They have to take that money out and put it into other resources. There is room for crypto to pull back more. And what do we do in this pullback? We buy, because our financial system is shifting. And if you don't see this, you're missing out on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I want to explain to you, for those who don't know, what crypto actually is. Bitcoin is digital gold. There is currently around 19 million Bitcoin in circulation, and we know that only 21 million Bitcoin can be mined. That's the total amount of Bitcoin that could ever be in circulation. On average, around 900 Bitcoin is mined a day. How does that happen? Through blockchain. Just like gold, Bitcoin is scarce, which is what makes it so valuable. Old buyers are buying out. People who bought Bitcoin below a couple dollars, even in the cents, are getting out, and new money's coming in. Wall Street's getting in, hedge funds, institutions, banks, investment banks. All these firms are getting into Bitcoin and into crypto because they know, they see the future. They understand what's happening. Bitcoin is the future. Crypto is the future. I want you to think of XRP as the railroad. XRP is a bridge of currencies. Currently, in order to transfer money from country to country, you have to go through these transfer banks. It takes way too long for transfers to happen, and it costs way too much money. For example, if I'm a European country and I want to send euros to Japan, I'd have to trade my amount of euros into USD because USD is the global settlement currency. Then that USD would end up in a Japanese bank, sit in a pre-fund account, which is where currencies sit in order to be transferred over to that country's currency. So it would sit there for days being waited to transfer into the Japanese yen. And instead of that, I'm taking euros, converting it in XRP, which immediately gets sent to the Japanese banks within seconds. Fees are less than pennies. And then that XRP is converted straight into yen. So you tell me how that's not going to take over our future. And this is not a hypothetical thing. This is a real world usage from Ripple itself. Ripple is a company who uses XRP in global currency transfers. And I want you to think of Ethereum as digital infrastructure. It is a platform where people can sell and buy goods and services without having to go through a third party, without having to go to a bank. Everything about crypto is decentralized. It doesn't require trust in our government. It is simply human to human. There is going to be a great transfer of wealth between our current financial system, where we're seeing inflation perpetuously rising. This can only continue for so long until our US dollar is completely devalued. And I don't see this happening anytime soon. Realistically, no. I'm not saying cryptocurrency is going to be the standard, but it is going to be a big part in the way it reshapes our financial system. You can't have money sit in a bank and expect it to grow. You have to look at it as the more money you put in a bank and sit there, you're losing value, you're losing buying power. That's why it's so important to be informed about this and to understand the meaning behind everything. Because in these times where we see the market bleeding and we see the fear rising, this is where we step in, where we buy, where we see opportunity in. This is where we have our conviction. Conviction is so important in these markets. It allows you to completely eliminate emotions. If you invest emotionally and you're looking at your phone every 5 seconds to see if the stock went up, to see if the crypto went up or down, you're going to lose. The markets are going to beat you. The second that the markets get in your head, the second that you get in your own head, and you're not convicted in what you're investing in, you're going to lose. This is not a day-to-day thing. We teach a day-to-day thing. If you want to learn about day trading, we teach that in our Discord. We show you guys what to do. That is a day-to-day thing. That's quick money. We like quick money, but this is not quick money. This is something that we are looking at months from now and even years from now, that we are so confident in. We buy in these times. We buy when it's red. We sell our profits when it's green. We're not risking more than we can afford to lose. And we understand, most importantly, what we're putting our money into. That's the whole point of what we're doing here. We're saving your time by taking our time and doing all the work that you don't have to do. All you have to do is see what's going on in our world and trust our convictions. Risk does come with this. If we're wrong, then we're wrong. We build this shit up again, just like we did now. We know how to do it. We become stronger from this. We build from our losses. This is how we work. This is how you work. The process that it takes to become a millionaire is so much more valuable than the $1,000,000 you get from it. And if it takes us loss after loss to learn, to understand, then that's a risk we're willing to take. If we don't take the risk, we're going to be in our current state. We're never going to get better. We're never going to learn from our losses, and we're still going to have to work a 9 to 5. We did our research. We understand what is currently happening in our world. We spent hours studying this, but we're not just going all in. We're doing it smart. We're understanding what we're risking. We're not over leveraging. Like I said before, we're buying when it's red, selling when it's green, not looking at it every 5 seconds, and triggering our anticipatory intelligence to seek the reward before it actually happen in months to come and in years to come. We are looking at it in a long run, not in a sprint. This is a marathon. Understand that. And I promise you, if you keep your conviction strong and you think of your future self looking at his phone, seeing all the money you've made, you will be successful in this. And yes, this does take capital to see a significant amount of money made. If you need capital and you want to get capital, go work a job like we both did and we both currently are. We traded time for money. Our goal is to trade money for money because the most valuable asset in life is time. And if you want to learn how to get more capital, day-to-day, intraday trading, you know where to find that. We will teach you for free as long as you're willing to put in the work.
And if you guys do have any further questions about any of the topics that we've gone over today, or anything related to finance, cryptocurrency, the current stock market, you can do exactly what we said earlier in the video. You can DM one of us in our Discord. You can ask us questions. You can comment it down below, and we will make a completely separate video on the topic itself. The most important thing to do right now is to stay calm, preserve your capital, preserve your mental, and let the market come to you. Don't rush any decisions. Take after what we say, what we do, and have confidence in our ability to understand what we're looking at and what we're putting ourselves into. And understand that all of our ideas are based off of sound logic and proof and hours of studying and information, not just random facts. Starting tomorrow, November 24th, we will be recording our live trading future session on micro NASDAQ and posting it to our Discord for all of our members to see, go back, revise, and study from. If you would like to tune into that and would like to see how we do it with our live trading and our futures, then feel free, just join up in the Discord with the link down below or in our bio. Once again, it is my apologies for the recent lack of uploads from both of our parts. However, we can promise you guys that within these weeks to come, there will be many more videos to make up for it. And in order to stay tuned with those videos, make sure you follow both of our socials. We will leave both of them linked in the description of this video. And I think that about wraps up everything I had to talk about today. And we hope to see you guys in D&D trades. Thank you so much. See you next time.
Have a good one.